This segment of the Alice Stewart Show is brought to you by Aero Plumbing. For all your household or business plumbing needs, call Aero Plumbing at 1-866-PLUMBER or schedule an appointment online at aeroplumbing.net.
And we're back on the Alice Stewart Show, 7:35, 25 minutes before 8 o'clock, and 33 days until the midterm elections. And we know the campaigns are out there and the candidates are out there gripping and grinning, retail politics, getting their message out. But let me tell you, if you're listening to this show as a voter, you've got a few things you need to make sure are squared away before Election Day gets here, because voter registration dates and early voting and all kinds of dates are coming up on us. You don't want to get to Election Day and realize that you may not have your papers in line. And here to talk about all of this, I'm joined with Laura Labay. She is the spokeswoman with the Arkansas Secretary of State's office. Laura, good morning.
Thanks. Good morning.
And this is going to be a big election. Midterm elections are generally not as popular and well attended as presidential elections, but this one is big because Arkansans know that control of the Senate is down to 6 seats, and the big key race between Mark Pryor and Tom Cotton could determine the balance of power in the Senate. So we're going to have a lot of turnout, but you've got some important information to tell folks about deadlines for registering to vote and early voting. Start off with some of the deadlines and the dates fast approaching that folks need to know about.
Okay, so October 6th is the deadline to register to vote. And if you are uncertain whether you are a registered voter, you can go to voterview.org and check your voting status. You can also contact your county clerk to verify that as well. October 20th through November 3rd is early voting. And in Pulaski County, the main site for early voting is Pulaski County Regional Building at 501 West Markham. Off-site early voting is at your local libraries. In Jacksonville, you can go to the Jacksonville Community Center. In Maumelle, you can go to the Jess Odom Community Center. And in Sherwood, you can go to the Jack Evans Senior Citizens Center. On November 4th, Election Day, polls will be open from 7:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m., and you must go to your designated polling site. If you're uncertain where that is, you need to contact your county clerk, or you can go to voterview.org, get your voting status and your polling site.
And that's so important for you to go ahead and get that checked now, just in case there has been some kind of a glitch, or if something has changed, especially if you may have moved, if you have gotten married, or you have a different name on your ID than what you may have had last time. Make sure you go and get it checked. It's so simple, voterview.org, and has all the information. And as Laura said, there's a deadline for registering October 6th and early voting October 20th through November 3rd, and very, very convenient hours for folks to go vote. And obviously Election Day on November 4th, big day. So in terms of what folks need to have, of course, Laura, many are aware that we have the new law, voter ID law. What do folks need to have when they go to the polls?
So you need to make sure you have a photo ID, and it could be a state-issued ID. It could be a driver's license, a concealed handgun carry license, passport, military ID. If you don't have a photo ID, you can go to your county clerk and get one for free. And another thing I want to mention is Secretary of State Mark Martin has provided all of this information on his website. He wants all voters to head to the polls well informed. He's going to have on there ballot issues, list of candidates. You can research those candidates, latest voting laws, deadlines. All that information is at www.sos.arkansas.gov.
And that's so important. So many folks are aware of the candidates that are out there, and they're running for the key offices or their state. But we've got some ballot initiatives, too, and it's helpful and very helps save time when you go to actually vote to read on these ballot initiatives, so you're not starting from fresh on Election Day.
Right.
And you can get all of that, as she said, at sos.arkansas.gov. And one last thing in terms of presenting the ID, they show their ID. Obviously, the poll worker, in the past, they have requested the ID. You haven't had to produce it. But this year, in this cycle, as part of the law, you have to present your ID. And what if somehow, Laura, someone may not have it with them? They can fill out a provisional ballot?
That's correct. We have fail-safe voting, so you can fill out a provisional ballot, and as long as you get your ID to the County Board of Election Commissioners by Monday noon, the following Monday, then you are good.
Very simple. Very simple. And these IDs, as you say, Secretary of State Martin, no cost to the voters. So just very simple process. Just make sure that you get things done in the right time. Well, we appreciate you and all of the information. We'll be touching base as we get closer to just to remind folks of these key dates. Laura Labay, spokeswoman at Arkansas Secretary of State. Laura, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we appreciate you. We are going to take a break, and we'll be back. Today is Manufacturing Day, and it is important for our states in terms of economic development. Randy Zook with the State Chamber of Commerce joins us to talk about that. We will take a break, and we'll have Randy Zook right after this on the Alice Stewart Show. This segment of the program brought to you by Aero Plumbing. For all of your household or business plumbing needs, give them a call, 1-866-PLUMBER, or schedule an appointment online at aeroplumbing.net.